During the last episode, we broached the subject of a part of carbohydrate called fiber. We did say that there are 3 types of carbohydrates, and we established one ground norm that not all carbohydrates are created equal. So the carbohydrate you're using, you must be aware what it is. Today, we shall be talking about another carbohydrate called starch. In fact, the word starch is spoken so much concerning carbohydrate that everybody thinks carbohydrate equals starch. But it's one of the 3 types of nutrients in carbohydrates. I am Olapeju Osemubo. I'm a scientist, a researcher, and a certified holistic nutritionist. I welcome all those who are here as returning subscribers. I also welcome you heartily if you're coming for the first time. Remember to press the subscribe button so that anytime we have a new episode, you'll be the first to know. I was talking about components of carbohydrate, and we have spoken about fiber, how it helps your system run. We want to talk about starch, and we all know many starchy foods. We know the legumes. Incidentally, groundnut is a legume. It is not a nut. And we know many other things like cassava mix, different types. They have lots of starch in them. And of course, whole grain. It is the major source of energy among the carbohydrates. I'll take that again. Fiber does something. It helps your system run well, helps you lower the cholesterol, it helps your system move very well. It could even help you live longer. But we'll come to that much later. But we are saying now that starch is the major source of energy. The energy of work is derived mainly from it. And so the body digests starch by breaking it down, which tells you there are different lengths of starch. So the body will digest it by breaking it down, and then the system works on it. And when it breaks it down into what we call glucose, which some people will say is sugar. But for our own, to help us, let us call it glucose. It fuels every cell of your body. Anything that must keep us healthy must work at the level of the cell. So, starch will break down and work at the level of the cell. If you eat too much of this carbohydrate, you could put on weight, because the liver simply will take the body will take what it needs. The excess will be stored by the liver and is stored as glycogen. Don't worry about that. It's still glucose. So starchy foods are important for a balanced diet. So when we're talking about balanced diet, please don't leave out carbohydrate and tell yourself you are eating balanced diet. You need carbohydrate in order to have a balanced diet. I have said a little about starch. One thing I'd like to say about starch that may interest you is that there's a small group of starch called resistant starch, because they don't lend themselves to easy digestion. In fact, most of the digestion of the starch in that resistant group is done by the microorganisms within our systems. But we shall leave it at that, and We shall move on. By the next time we come together, we'll be talking about the other type of carbohydrate. Shall we discuss something that is of interest to you, something that will light you up? And or you have a relationship with food and you want us to talk about it. And of course, we want you to please share our video. We want you to like us. We want you to discuss it. And let's keep talking and making the journey better and better by the day. And so, until next time, remember, wellness is the basis of beauty. See you then.